Cicadas are almost gone, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so happy. This was my first season with cicadas.
Me too.
My God, them things was nasty.
Yeah, they
All
was
right,
coming
we are
crazy. But
live.
yeah.
We're early, but we're ready to go.
You
7
ready to
o'clock.
go? Let's go. Let's go. Well, welcome everyone to Morgan State University Toastmasters Club. I am your sergeant at arms, and I just want to welcome everybody back. If you are a guest for the first time, we welcome you. Hope you guys are excited. You're about to have an exciting night. We are club number 979269, and just want to let you guys know that you're about to witness one of the best Toastmasters clubs in the world. So sit back, relax. We ask you to participate as well. Also, we have some few housekeeping rules before we get into the meeting. If you are on the line today, we ask that if you're not the person up talking, we ask that you please keep your line muted, so that way there is no noise background. Also, we would love to see everybody's faces, but if you do happen to get up and move around, we ask that you please block out your camera as well, so there's no visual distractions also. But at this time, I'm going to turn it over to our amazing president. This young lady, she's going to get this meeting jumping off. She's amazing. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to our amazing president, Mr. Tasha Brown.
Good. Thank you so much, Dom. So happy to have you back, bringing in us that energy and starting us off on the right foot. Good evening, everyone, Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. I'm so happy to have you all with us this evening. It is an amazing evening. We have some prepared speeches, some table topics, and elections. So you all are going to be able to get a taste of a little bit of everything that Toastmasters has to offer in this meeting today. Do we have any? Well, I know we have a guest on the line. Thank you so much, Jessica, for coming back. And I know that you will be joining us soon as a member. So I'm going to go ahead and clap it up for you right now. All right. Well, we all of us here on this screen right now, but I'm going to go ahead and let people know that might be joining us on Facebook or YouTube that here at Morgan State University Toastmaster, we provide a positive and safe environment for you to learn, grow, and develop your communication and leadership skills. So if that is something that you're interested in, you are in the right place, and we are so happy to have you here this evening. I am going to pass the meeting over to our Toastmaster of the evening, who is our Vice President of Education, Mr. Robert Tyree.
All right, good evening, fellow Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, distinguished guests. My name is Robert Tyree, and today I am your Toastmaster. All right, come on, get hyped, get live. So today we do have a topic, you would say. And if you guys do not know, the term for this amazing group is going to end soon. So I decided to go with today's topic. Y'all ready for it? Our phrase that we've been using all year is let go to grow. Let go to grow. So I'm going to ask you today, as you're speaking in your roles, 30 seconds, just be brief, right? What are you letting go to ensure that you grow? I'll start it off, right? I am letting go of procrastination to ensure that I am more effective in everything I do. This season has been amazing, but I've been on go, 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 go. So I want to make sure that if something's in my hand, something's on my plate, that I finish it and move on to the next one. So procrastination, you have to go, because I need to grow in every area of my life. All right. So that was good, y'all. All right. So today I have a couple individuals that will be helping me conduct this meeting. And it takes a team to build a village. And here's my village. Y'all ready? Today I'm going to be introducing Rose, who is the Alcounter and Grammarian. Rose, will you come up off of mute and discuss what is your role?
Woo! Hello, everybody. I'm your all counter and grammarian. First, let's talk about let it go to grow. Today, I'm going to get rid of my filler words, the so, and all those words so I can grow. And I hope you get rid of those filler words. Also, my job today is to be the counter and grammarian. I will be paying attention to your grammar and your filler words. Also, I will announce the word of the day. The word of the day is altruism. It means unselfish regard for or devotion to the welfare of others. I will use this in a sentence. The pandemic requires a spirit of altruism from society if we want to conquer the division that has been created. If you hear the word please use the word altruism throughout the meeting. And if you hear it, you can knock on the door, the screen. You can put the knock in the chat. And that is the word for today: altruism, unselfish regard for or devotion to the welfare of others. Altruism. And that's what I have for you today. Back to you, Toastmaster.
All right, y'all. Next, we have the amazing Eva Colbert, and she will be our timer. Miss Eva, would you come off of mute and discuss with the village? What is your role today?
Good evening, Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, guests, and friends. My role today is to keep up with your time, to make sure you stay on time when you're doing your speeches or whenever you're speaking. We have different time slots that you will be let go. We have 2 speakers, if I'm not mistaken. And their speeches is 5 to 7 minutes. When they start speaking, 5 minutes, you'll see the green card flash up to give you an indicator, just like you're driving on the highway. Well, not the highway, doing city drive. Then 6 minutes, you'll see the yellow. The yellow will indicate you still have some time to work with. Just start wrapping your speech up. But when you see red, anybody knows red means stop. Just stop. Yellow means slow down, red means stop, bring your speech to a close. You still have some time. You have about 30 seconds after you see the red light. And that's because the time is very important. When we get into participating in contests, they will time you and you will not see. You may see the colors, but you have to make sure you do not go over the 30 seconds when you get to red. Table topics is 1 to 2 minutes, the same thing. You'll see green at 1 minute. A minute and a half, you'll see yellow. And at 2 minutes, you'll see red, and you still have 30 seconds to wrap it up. Do pin me as your timer if you are speaking, as speakers as well as table topics. I'm very excited about this evening. Rose, you gave me a good idea from last week. I decided to go out and purchase the book that you talked about. I will too pass this down to my children as well as my grandchildren and possibly great-grandchildren, because I will write the inscription and where I want this book to continue to travel. Thank you so much for that last week on Rose, for giving us that insight, because I've never really heard of it. And I think it's something interesting. As much as I worked in a library, I'm gonna be honest and transparent. I have never really sat down to read too many books. I'm around too many of them, thousands at a time. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Robert.
All right, y'all. So we have 2 dynamic speakers this evening, and I look forward to hearing every single word. So if you do not have a pencil, paper, a pad, a pen, I'm giving you 5 seconds to get it now. Ready? Go. And we're done. Our first speaker. Our first speaker tonight will be Sarisa Pleasant. And part of her speech, every step counts. Every step counts. Current pathway is dynamic leadership, path level 1, project title researching and presenting, project number 5. Her speech time will be 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn and review basic research methods and present a well-organized and well-researched speech on any topic. Short introduction, Sarisa. Short for you. Our next speaker sets a goal to complete level 1 and pathway before June 30th to assist with the club in acquiring at least one more distinguished club point. I appreciate you. Thank you. She will be sharing a topic that can benefit everyone. Her speech title is Every Step Counts. Please help me welcome distinguished Toastmaster Sarisa Pleasant.
Taking many intentional steps a day can add years to your life, reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke, lower your blood pressure, give mental clarity, develop stronger bones, burn calories, and so much more. Good evening, Toastmaster of the evening, fellow MSU Toastmasters, and all of our guests. I have described a few of the benefits of walking for greater health. It is easy to sit several hours a day, especially if you are binge watching a series on Netflix, watching multiple movies all in one sitting, or working on a special project at work, which can keep you glued to your computer screens. Now, this evening, I would like to share with you why walking is the most popular form of exercise. Number 2, the physical activity recommendations based on age group, and a testimony from an interviewee who is among our MSU family, and she's present here tonight. Right, sit for this portion. Now, first, walking is the most popular form of exercise. Now, when you think of exercise, what do you think? You think of easiest form, walking, right? Wouldn't you agree? It is something that is free. You can walk anywhere, and it sets the tone for different types of workout routines. Now, with COVID hit, I made a special effort to walk 3 times a week, and it was proven to lower my blood pressure. But it is important to note that walking may be comfortable and perhaps sustainable for many people. Now, according to the American College of Sports Medicine, walking and moderate intensity physical activities are associated with a very low risk of musculoskeletal complications, whereas jogging, running, competitive sports are associated with increased risk of injury. Now, for many people, walking is cheaper, it's accessible. While walking shoes are recommended, it is certainly not required. No other equipment is necessary to participate, no gym memberships, no swimming pool access is required, and there is no need to learn a new activity. However, some people, such as those with joint pain, may be better suited for non-weight-bearing activities, such as swimming or aqua aerobics, and under certain weather conditions, walking just may not be feasible. And if not, then you can walk to YouTube videos. I know I found a lot of walking YouTube videos, and just as intense as walking outside. So for many people, combining walking with activities can benefit. So I'm going to share with you my slide. Can you all see my slide?
Yes.
Okay. Now this is a slide that I found from the CDC website. And as you can see, there are different age ranges which can specify the physical walk time. When you're with preschool and children, they are walking every day, all day. And so they don't have a certain amount of time because they're walking all the time. Now, children and adolescents from 6 to 17 need at least an hour. And a lot of high schoolers participate in a lot of sports. So they get this with no problems. And I know with COVID hit, school was out. It was definitely difficult for children to get this time in unless they made a special effort. And as you can see, for the adults 18 to 64 and 65 and older need at least 150 minutes a week. Now you can combine this time within 2 days, maybe 3 times a week, or you can stretch it out to 5 days a week, and that's 30 minutes a day. At least 2 days a week, and combine it with some kind of strengthening exercise, and that can help as well. Now, what would a research topic be without an interview? Now, some of our longtime members of MSU Toastmasters may have met Miss Jacqueline Frierson. Now, I follow her on Girl Trek Walking Group on Facebook, and I thought she would be the perfect fit to interview for this presentation. Now, I admire her dedication in everything that she does, but walking is near and dear to her. She loves to walk so much that she formed her own walking group in addition to still continuing to walk with Girl Trek. Now, Ms. Frierson and her group walk at the lake every single day, mostly before the sun comes up. And so when I asked her why she walks so much, she told me that she loves it. And I asked her why she walks so early. She walks at 3:45 a.m., everybody. Yes, you heard me right. 3:45 a.m. Monday through Friday. And she does not walk alone. She also walked 6 o'clock in the morning on the weekends. And she said that it's to avoid the heat and all the people that's out. So she shared with me that walking allows her to eat healthy, eat whatever she wants, of course, that's healthy, and maintain her weight. But as we know, dedicating time to walk is one amazing goal, and getting up early to do so is even more of a commitment. Ms. Frierson has shown and proven herself and others that it can be done, but it all starts right here in the mind. So I set a goal to meet her at the lake this past Saturday at 6 a.m. And I had the pleasure of meeting her walk group. I had a wonderful time. And this is Ms. Frierson. For those who don't know who she is here in the white t-shirt. And that's me in the back. And here is her dedicated crew. And don't assume that everybody in this group is retired, because they're not. A couple of these members are still working, and they are dedicated, extremely dedicated. And so this is their group. And so the last slide I'd like to share with you is you can see these are the health benefits of walking. And there's so many that all of it can't fit on this one slide. And so to wrap up, in conclusion, the American Health Association recommends that we get at least 150 minutes of weekly walking. Now, after you make your decision to say yes to better health, try this new routine that will change your life and take you on a great journey. Now, I encourage all of you to invest in some new walking shoes. Don't have to be new. It'll encourage you to walk, and set a schedule and get started. So I charge all of you to give yourself the gift of walking. Your body will thank you for it. Mr. Toastmaster.
Y'all come over mute and show her some love. Come on.
Great
was
job.
awesome.
Great job. Great job.
Great
Sarissa.
job.
Great job.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right, y'all. So, man, I was already encouraged to walk. I am going to challenge myself. I don't know about 3:45, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna keep it 100% honest, but I will try the 6 o'clock. So y'all see me. Listen, join me. Yeah, join me. All right, guys. So I'm sorry. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. We have our second speaker, and this gentleman is on fire. He's been walking through the speech, I'm about to say running, walking through these speeches and doing an amazing job. So Jonathan Gilmore will be speaking. I believe he's on level 2, and he will be speaking on the topic of mentorship. So I don't want to give everything all away, but this is going to be fire. So get your popcorn, get your little club soda, and listen with your ears. John, you ready, sir? Go ahead.
Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, distinguished guests. I ask you all, who's shaping your life? A role model shows you what you would like to do. A teacher helps you learn the lessons that you need to. A coach helps you accomplish a goal. But a mentor helps you shape your life. Maya Angelou says that when you know better, you do better. How many of you out here agree with that? Okay. Well, for those who don't, have you ever worked on something for hours upon hours, and if someone just walks up to you, looks at what you did, and instantly tells you everything that you did wrong, everything that you did right, and how you could have saved yourself 8 to 10 hours of your life? Let me see some hands. I know someone out there. Okay. Well, have you ever said, man, if only I knew about investing when I had all this money in my pocket? Anybody now? Okay. Well, what if you had someone that you knew that could say that? What if you could go back 10 years and tell yourself, don't do this, do that? I want you all to look in this room. Who here is 5 years in front of anyone? Who here is 5 years behind anyone? In my old profession, when I was a police officer, I had someone tell me, when you sit in the room, you look around and you tell yourself, do you want to be that person 10 years from now? Do you not? That'll tell you exactly where you need to go. Now, if you're sitting in this room and you see someone 5 years ahead of you, reach out to them. Ask them what they're doing, how they've been, and what you can do to help, and what you can learn from them. Sometimes you just need to ask. Okay? But don't just follow anyone. Okay? So, some people will have you in prison. Some people will lead you to ruin. And you have to have the right insight. I used to worship a certain Queens police murderer until I read the words of Ivan Van Sertima. He inserted something in me and made me feel worthier. Now I speak it to my people. I'm his hood interpreter. Nas. I did not understand how substantial those lyrics were until I understood that, again, as Maya Angelou told us, when you know better, you do better. When you're in an environment where you can't perceive outward, you can end up anywhere. We could have only gotten gangster rap Nas if he never read these words. And when I tell you, I don't know how many of you in here are fans, but if you listen to some of his newer or older stuff, listen to it again. Take out some of the other stuff and really just print it out and look at it, and you will understand what I mean by that. When I sat back, I needed to see a little bit more in the life. I followed some very altruistic individuals. And these people changed the course of my life in the way that I thought. And this was maybe even in a 2-year time span. I read books by people like Isabella Wilkerson, Ivan Van Sertima, John Heinrich Clark, Michelle Alexander, Brian Stevenson, James Baldwin, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. And when I tell you, I have a newfound love for myself, for the other people around here. I look at each and every one of you differently just off the words of these people. And I've never met any of them in my life. How many speeches have all of you made? You probably don't even know that you touched someone's life. You changed them for the better. You might have changed them for the worse, but you changed someone and you've never met them. This group right now is live on YouTube. After this speech, I want you to sit back and think about how many of these videos have been seen and how many of the people have looked at the words that you shared, the life that you've given, the inspiration, the altruism that you've given, and you've never even met them. That's deep to me. I believe that we can't be selfish as we master the things that we learn in this world. We have to give to the next generation. Unfortunately, for some of us, that information is taken from us. But it is up to us to get it back. And I believe that your next generation, the people that we bring in, the people that we bring into Toastmasters, we have to give that information. We have to be better role models. We have to be better mentors. And I believe that we learn from everything in life. And we can be the best teachers. And just as you need to breathe, and I believe everything in life, we can learn from everything in life, and life can be the best teacher. Just as you need to breathe in as well as out in order to live, just as your heart has to take in blood, but also pump it out for you to keep moving, I believe that you need to take in the information that you give, but you also have a duty to give it out because you need to continue this life for someone else. So I ask again, who is shaping your life? But after saying that now, everything that I've just now said, I go a little bit further and I ask, whose life are you shaping? Thank you, Toastmasters.
John, you make me want to go pick up like 20 books right now from the library and read them all. At least listen to audiobooks. I'm a little. No, John, amazing speech, sir. Listen, you are a gem. A couple of weeks ago, we couldn't even get John to do a speech, and now he's just knocking them out. He was similar to I in the corner in the virtual learning, right? And he was just quiet. And now, if you just take a moment, right, to listen to what he has to say, if you can, do me a favor, John, I'm not gonna say put your phone number in the chat, but like if you want to reach out to John, like this guy is a wealth of knowledge, so versatile in many different areas. And I'm so excited because you guys will hear every single thing that's on his mind, the ideas we've had, some small conversations. I'm just like, you have a voice and we need to hear it. Y'all give another round for John. Give another round for all the individuals that are making this night amazing. Listen, do not forget, I'm gonna go back real quick. The theme for today is let it flow. Oh, hold on. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, doing 1,000 things. Let go to grow. Let go to grow. So, John, as you were just off the mic, can you please let us know what are you letting go to grow? Also, Ms. Teresa, would you also chime in as well? What are you letting go to grow?
But you stole my word there, Robert. Procrastination. You stole my word. Yes, I vowed not to procrastinate. And once I got started with these speeches, I kept going. So in every other thing that I do, I tend to procrastinate sometimes. And it's unlike me to procrastinate for too long. But I vow to not do that as often and get going on what I need to do.
Thank you, Teresa. And John?
I have been and will continue to let go of doubt. I believe that doubt is what kept me in that quiet corner and not being sure of what I should say, how I should say it, when I should say it. Can I say it? Doubt.
Thank you, John. Also, Sarisa, I did not forget about you. You have been quiet for some type for a long time. I can't even get the words out for so long, right? And all of a sudden, you're hitting us with speeches as well. The Toastmasters, we are in good hands. We are in good hands. All right, we're gonna move on to one of our newest members, Joseph, and Joseph will be our table topic master. So I know that these are going to be amazing. Joseph, are you ready, sir?
Yes.
It's all yours, the floor.
Good evening, Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, guests, and friends. My name is Joseph, and I will be leading table topics today. What am I letting go of? John stole the words out of my mouth also. I am letting go of my self-doubt, and I am going to speak out and be heard. I'm so excited to be leading table topics today because tabletop topics is how I fell in love with Toastmasters. I was just enamored when I attended for the first time, and this segment came on, and I was so moved to speak, and I have been trying to speak ever since. So I'll need some volunteers for table topics. Who's excited as I am? Please leave your name in the comments so I can take your name down. I will need 4 speakers, please.
Do not be shy. Listen, this is the most amazing part. So if you haven't spoken in a while, here's the opportunity. It's impromptu. Come on, y'all.
Jessica, I see a hand up. Awesome. Is it Jessica or Jess? Jess. Okay.
Jess.
Awesome. Shauna.
I'm terrified, by the way.
Don't be. I was terrified, but as soon as I opened my mouth, it just started to flow. Tab. Thank you, Tab. And Dom. I have my 4 speakers. So, table topics today. Luckily for us, it's along the themes of the speeches that we have heard. That's how the world works, the universe works. That's how God works. So table topics today is going to be generated from famous quotes. One thing about me is that I love quotes. Quotes are a nugget of knowledge that you can take with you wherever you go for inspiration and for wisdom. The first quote I learned goes as so. You are of God, little children, and have overcome them, because he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. This was the first quote I learned. It's John 4:4. The reason I learned this quote was that when I was a young boy, at 6 years old, I found it hard to sleep in my bed. So my mom told me this, and it stuck with me ever since. And I get very good night's sleep just because I know this quote. So I would ask my volunteers to pick a number from 1 to 8. I will read a quote and I will ask you to incorporate this quote in a speech or tell a story that incorporates the quote. Are you ready? So let's start with Jess. Jess, please pick a number from 1 to 8.
4.
4. Awesome.
Oh no, I said the U word. Already, I'm off to a good start.
Yes. Are you ready? So the quote number 4, I'm going to tell you the quote. I'm not going to tell you who said it. After you speak, I'll tell you who said it because I don't want it to influence you. So this quote is, I failed my way to success.
Okay. So can I just go ahead and start?
Yes, please.
I failed my way to success. I think, oops, I said it again. I think that's a really great quote. Thanks for picking that one. I actually came to where I'm at because I failed. So I'm the first one in my family who got a 4-year degree successfully. And so I chased after my dreams. They said, if you could go to college for anything, what would you go for? And I wanted to go for graphic design because I was an artist, and that's the only kind of art you can really do to make money. So I sought after that, and it didn't work out. I ended up graduating. I walked off the stage and got a job, and I worked really hard to get that job. I was searching for jobs instead of partying with my friends during senior week. And I was so excited, and I went in and I busted my butt, and I just kept climbing up the ladder, and I kept going until I hit a point in my career in my early 20s that I was ready to take that next move. So it was either get more education or stick to where I was at. And I decided it just wasn't for me. It wasn't working out. Nobody wanted to pay me what I was worth because I was young. I was a young female in a crowd of older men who have been there and done that, and they weren't ready for it, and I wasn't ready for it. So I failed. I failed, and I didn't know what to do, and I didn't know what that next step was. And I tried a couple of things, and I kept failing, and then something landed in my lap, and someone took a chance on me, and here I am in my early 20s and very successful. But I'm still failing every day. Every single day I'm failing, and I actually failed my way into Toastmasters, actually. And I hope to fail until the point that I reach and I learn, and then hopefully I can become a mentor, right? That altruism. I take my failures and turn them into lessons, and I can teach other people. So failing is, I think, learning, and that is success. So that's my speech.
Thank you so much for that great speech. That quote was by Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. And because he failed so many times, I'm not exactly sure how many times he failed, but I think it's like 10,000 light bulbs or something like that before he got one that worked. And because he never gave up, we have electricity. So thank you, Thomas Edison, for failing and giving us electricity by not giving up. Thank you for that great speech. Next, I would go ask Shauna to please pick a number from 1 to 8.
2. 2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that quote says, if you look at what you have in life, you will always have more. If you look at what you don't have in life, you will never have enough. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Greeting Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. If you focus on what you have, you'll always have more. And if you focus on what you don't have, you'll always have less, is a very true quote. Oftentimes when I'm mentoring and talking to my colleagues and friends, I encourage them to wake up and smell the roses and see what you have right in front of you. If you take the time to appreciate all of the things that you have, demonstrate some gratitude, you will appreciate that everything that you have is here. You already have it. Oftentimes we go into chasing things thinking that we need more and life will just pass you on by. One thing that I say is that one thing I know for certain is that we have about 60 years on this earth, plus or minus 20. And so if we are chasing after things that we don't have for 60 of those years, we'll always feel depleted and always feel like we've never obtained anything. So I encourage you all, Toastmasters, friends, family, and everyone out there on YouTube, to definitely sit back and reflect on what you have so that you won't feel like you need more. And I am complete. Also, I wanted to speak on the topic from the Toastmaster. I am letting go of imposter syndrome so that I can fully embrace the favor and grace that God is showing to me in my life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shauna, for that inspirational speech. The person who said that actually is Oprah Winfrey. She's a wise woman, so I think we should pay attention to what she's saying. So, okay, next speaker, Tab. Please step up and pick a number. Thank you.
I'm gonna pick 7.
7, lucky number 7. Okay, the quote says, when we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. Over to you.
Okay, when we strive to become better, everything around us become better too, right?
Yes.
I totally 110% agree with that statement. As you remember, I don't know, I think you were here, Joseph. My last speech was you are the prophet of your own life and big on manifesting. So when you fix in your mind that you're going to do better because you are prophesying over yourself, everything around you has nothing left to do but to succumb to what you have proclaimed, because you are the ruler of your destiny. You are the ruler. You have a kingdom within you, right? And to our topic tonight, I am letting go of being a normal human being, because I'm not a normal human being. There's a God in me. I am made in a wonderful image. So I have power. There's so much that I have within me. So I'm going to use this power that I have to change my environment. If I don't want to live in a townhouse, I'm going to speak. I'm going to live in a mansion. If I want to live on an island, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to live on an island. And everything around me has to, surrender to what I just said. So yeah, when I strive to do better, everything around me changes. My vision changes, my voice changes, my ears change, my taste change, my smell change. It doesn't stink in here. It smells great just because I said so. So that's on that. And that's my topic.
Thank you so much for that speech. Yes, that's a great quote. The author of that quote is Paulo Coelho. He's the author who wrote the book The Alchemist. I read The Alchemist when I was in my 20s, I believe. Yes, when I was in my 20s. And when I read the book, I said, wow, this guy wrote the story of my life. I was this boy in Africa dreaming about coming to the United States and manifesting how I wanted my life to be. And now I'm living that life. Oh my God, he is so on. He wrote about me. If you haven't read The Alchemist, please do. It's a great read. It's about manifesting the life you want and the universe, which I consider to be God, helping you to line everything up in place so it can be achieved. Okay, Dom, you're a mile. Last but not least, volunteer. Please pick a number, sir.
Hello, sir. I'm going to pick number 3.
Ooh, lucky number 3. Okay, this quote says, life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Over to you, sir.
Hello, Toastmasters. Life is simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Hello, Toastmasters. If you was just look at life in itself, like we make things so hard. We wake up every single morning and we overanalyze every single thing. Most of the time, if you just put one step forward and have a game plan and execute, most of the things that you believe are extremely hard, they're not. It just takes discipline. It takes over and over the type of action, like to get things done. I was one of those people where when I first became an entrepreneur, I used to overthink everything. I thought there was a secret sauce to certain things. I thought that I had to say certain things. But over time of a lot of failing and just trying to find that secret sauce, I realized there is no secret sauce to life. All it requires to you to do is put the work in. So a lot of times we struggle so hard trying to see if it's the right time, it's the right decision. If God is telling you to do it, go do it. If he's calling you to be an entrepreneur, go do it. Take the proper steps to do it. If he's telling you to go teach, go teach. Stop overanalyzing, stop overthinking, and just get it done. So we need to stop as people overthinking things and making life so complicated, because really things are so simple. Everything that you want is right up here. Like everyone said tonight, you manifest it, you think about it, you sleep about it, you dream about it, you talk about it, and you go at the working for it, and it will happen. Not saying it will be easy, but it will be obtainable. So thank you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Dom, for that inspirational speech. Thank you to all my volunteers for your words of wisdom. That speech was by Confucius. He was a Chinese philosopher and a politician. And what you said reminded me of something that my favorite uncle told me some years ago. He said, when you were born, I looked at you and everything that you were going to be, you were. And I was like, what? And he broke it down to me that he saw my potential because everything that I would need to go through life, God had given me. So thank you, Toastmasters, for sharing these great stories and speeches. Toastmaster, over to you, sir.
Just want to make sure my mic's on because y'all on fire today. If you get a chance, please go back and watch this on YouTube, Facebook, because there's so many gems and jewels that are just been deposited in our lives. First of all, wait, it's not Jessica. Yeah. You did that. And that was easy. Shauna, always amazing. You just letting the flow, and I can see the glow. Tabitha, Smurfette, transformation. I just texted her through my phone. I'm like, what is going on right now? And Don, you speaking to my life today, sir. I'm just gonna do everything. It's everything. What I'm thinking about, I'm just gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna pause. Lord. Thank you for making me Toastmaster today. I want to interject a couple more times. All right, so listen, we're actually early today. Yeah, listen, it's early dismissal. But we're going to I'm going to ask our Madam President. No, yes, I'm going to ask our Madam President to come forth, right, and just bring us up to date, because we're about to make a transition into our evening. All right, so stay with us. If you're on live, stay with us. All right, Madam President, Natasha.
All right, before I get into the president role, I'm going to put on the general evaluator hat because that is the role that I have this evening. And I'm so happy to tell y'all the wonderfulness that I have written down on this paper, okay? I couldn't even keep up. I'm going back to YouTube. I'm going back to YouTube because every single moment was amazing. On time. We were ready. We were ready before 7. We were like, YouTube, all right, come on, 30 more seconds. Let's go. You know, we wanted to make sure everybody was in the room, but I love everybody was in the room. All roles were filled. Everybody was here on time to talk about their roles. We had everything to know, and I loved it. We saw it. Everything went wonderful. Great theme. I love how we are ending the way that we started. I'm letting go to grow. One of the things that I had to let go of in order for me to really do what I came here to do, grow as far in communication and leadership style, was to let go of fear, to let go of fear of the unknown. If I know that I'm being developed, if I know I'm going to the next level, there's an understanding that I don't know what is required of me on that level, but I already have a promise that if I'm called, I'm going to be equipped. So letting go of that fear and walking into everything that I was called to, especially this role as president, has been amazing. All right. So even though it was I was a little nervous in the beginning. It's unparalleled to anything that I've experienced thus far. Let's see, speech. saw this in the chat and I was thinking it to myself. I believe Smurfette said this. I love the props, background, and walking. I said, okay, Sarisa, bring us in. Get us engaged. Let us know what you're talking about before you even open up your mouth. You had on your workout gear, you were walking. Okay, like this is the Lord telling me I need to walk because Rose was doing some exercise the other day and you on here walking. I'm like, okay, I got you. I need to get back walking. So I love that. And I love how we are using the chat to encourage one another, to let everybody know, you know what, I'm feeling you, and to continue to give kudos as they are due. So awesome, John. I love how you started off with a quote, lyrics from a song, and you tied it in. And not only did it match your theme, but it matched your personal experience with mentorship and then being influenced. All right, you took it a step farther by saying, you know, I don't need to know a person for them to influence me, to consider them my mentor, and gave us a call to action to see if, to sit back and see what kind of influence we're being. You know, yes, you know, we can think about who we're influencing, but let's sit back and understand, like, you are influencing somebody, whether you intentionally are doing it or not. Whatever you do, you are an influencer. So I love that. Joseph, okay, table topics. I love how you did. First time in a role, continuing to show up and trusting yourself to see, you know, let me try this out. Let me try this out. And every single role is a speech. Every single role is a speech. So it's, you're knocking these speeches out. And the way that you did table topics, I was just like, okay, is this his first? Or, you know, we do this for fun. You know, did you do it at the cookout last week or something? You know, I love how you gave the quote, but you kept who said it till afterwards. And you were really intentional about that. I thought that was awesome. So great job making it your own. And I also saw it in the chat. I believe Sarisa said these table topics are speeches. So I'm looking forward to the 4 of you signing up to do those speeches in July. Let's do it. Okay, is that it? All right, yep. And I said my theme. So that is my general evaluation report. The other evaluations are going to be emailed, and we are transitioning into elections. So good evening, Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. I am your president, Natasha Brown, the president of this amazing club full of altruistic individuals that come up here and show up every Monday and impart some of that knowledge while they're receiving some from others. And I'm so happy to have you all with us today. It's a bittersweet meeting because soon I will be passing my hat over to another president. I'm not going anywhere, obviously, but I just had to be dramatic because I am shifting, the tables are turning, and we all are going to have an opportunity to be a part of that this evening. We have a wonderful election judge that will be, or election master, MC, that will be facilitating the elections for us. He will let us know everything that we need to do. But before we shift into elections, we're going to take a break. It's a little 3 to 5 minute break. You know, we got DJ Scratch and Sniff on here. Maybe we can play some tunes while we go into a breakout room to get us set for voting. All right. Don, my sergeant at arms, I'm gonna pass it to you so you can hold it down. Okay. All right, I sent invites to Brian, Robert, and Sarisa.
That was the music for the break. All right.
You getting ready to go into a breakout room?
Okay, I believe I'm unmuted. Am I unmuted now?
Yes, you're unmuted.
Okay. So if she can repeat her question to me, what was it that she had asked me?
Oh no, you're the DJ.
I'm the DJ. Okay, what kind of music y'all want to hear?
Frankie Beverly.
Franklin Beverly. Hold on.
Frankie Beverly.
Hold on.
Some of that. That's some good music.
All right, give me 1 second. I was actually on like 2
Well, you
Zooms.
can VJ. You can VJ, Dom. You
I can VJ. Hey, listen, guys, what's going on? I'm better at this. No, listen, I was actually on another Zoom. I was on my church Zoom too. We having some type of conference, so it's a whole bunch of stuff going on, but it's all good. So, but nevertheless, guys, I hope you guys are excited for the night. We get to do elections. So is there anything anybody want to share that you weren't able to share earlier that you just want to just talk about the theme or anything like that before we get started?
Good evening, Toastmasters, future Toastmasters guests and friends. Just remember, all of you out there, that the treasurer role, which my name changes at the end of the meeting to Miss Red Bottoms, but you can call yourself any name you choose to. Do not be afraid of collecting dues. We have it so easy. We have Cash App, we have checks, we have PayPal, we have different ways that we can pay. So if anyone out there in Toastmaster land wants my position, I will yield it over to you this evening. I'll show you all the ropes to collect that money. And you may have some great ideas on your own. I do thank God for the years that I have been treasurer. Over the years, I think I started maybe in 2016. I stopped 1 year when I was president. You never know what this club has in store for you. And that's one thing that I've learned. We've met so many beautiful people, people with talent, people with businesses, people that write books. We have so many genuine friends that keep in contact with us even after they may have to part from us for a while. So I thank you all, the newbies that come in. After tonight, you will no longer be newbies. And the ones that's considering joining, trust me, this is one of the best clubs that you could ever be a part of. Thank you for your love and your appreciation and your money.
Thanks for your service, Miss Eva. I don't know. I guess I can piggyback off of you, Miss Eva. I am the current 2020-2021 secretary, and I actually was asked to become the secretary after another secretary could not commit to being a secretary. And initially, I was a little reluctant, just not really appreciating all of the duties. But one thing that I found in this organization is that we hold each other down. So you're never left alone. You're never going to have to figure things out on your own. And it has truly been a pleasure being the secretary. I know I've grown in this last year as a better speaker, as a even more confident woman. I'm already confident, but I mean, I'm like even more confident.
You're over the top now.
Yes, and it has a lot to do with being able to communicate and connect with people and network and share who you are confidently. You never know who you're going to meet or who you're going to inspire. This meeting has become truly a part of my self-care routine on Mondays. It's a great way to reset yourself because you know you're going to be inspired and you know you're going to be around some good folks on a Monday after maybe some stressful work and things like that. So I'm not going to talk your heads off, but I enjoyed being a secretary, and this was not something that I was going to do, but I actually showed up, and I really, 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 really appreciate the opportunity to serve. So if you have any questions, if you're thinking about being a secretary, definitely hit me up.
Thank you, Shauna. She did step in, and it was a pleasure that you learned everything almost instantly and just roll with it. And sometimes that happens. I did dual role as president and treasurer when I first started, and secretary, until Natasha stepped up. We have to do what we have to do, which is called multitasking, I think. And sometimes you may think you've bitten off more than you can chew, but as in this club, we have a thing where we have accountability and we have each other's back. If you go, because I love the vacation, okay? And if you have a role, that's all you have to do is let us know in advance. We already know she's going wherever she's going, or he has to do A, B, and C. Emergencies come up. Never panic, just the next person will step in. Dawn, I know you had a tough year with your mom, take care of your mom, and I commend you for that. You stepped into doing what you had to do with mom, but you never gave up doing your role in Toastmasters. Sometimes you couldn't be with us, and that was understandable because family does come first. And that goes for anybody out there. Miss Franny, she took ill, but she still laid in her bed in the hospital and participated because that's how much this club means to her. So anybody out there, Rose stepped up to the plate, learned a lot of new things that she didn't know up in the beginning. And we just love up on one another. We help each other. We don't look at what color we are. We don't look at where we came from. We are a connected family. And that's one of the things that I love about this club. Thank you.
Absolutely. And first and foremost, I just want to say I thank you all. Like, even though like this year has been crazy for me, like you said, with my mom and helping out with my mom a lot, and then my church demand a lot from me as well, and then my job, and well, not my job, my actual business demands so much from me. But you guys are so flexible, and I love that. And like the club is always so welcoming, man. Like it really is like a family. So when I say I really be happy, excited, really see you guys, be back on here, I really do. So if you're a person that's looking for a role, I was a sergeant, with arms, and we'll say like it's not a tough role, but people do count on you for your morale. Like you are the person that jumpstarts everything, So I just so thankful that you guys saw fit to even invite me on here to actually be that as well. And I hope I did and served well as well. But I really do appreciate you all so much.
This is Franny, and I would like to say that everyone who has spoken about their roles, everyone has done an excellent job, and I do appreciate it. And I've been with this club for a bit now, and I love it. And hopefully, when I'm feeling better, I'll be able to have a greater role of participating. So everything that's happening at the club is true. And I appreciate you, Natasha, being president. You did an excellent president.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Miss Franny.
Yeah. So it's my computer went out. Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I don't know what I'm walking back in on, but I really enjoyed my role this year. I had so much going on that I did not expect before I took the role, like teaching and things like that. But our team definitely made it worth its while, and it made our president, you couldn't tell that our treasurer was the treasurer because she was doing everything. Vice president of membership, of VIP of education, especially Shauna, just really stepping up and walking into that thing because Natasha was like, I'm going to do what I have to do, but Shauna just came in and just did what she had to do. And the teamwork was amazing. This is I'm going on my third year here. And if I didn't have so much going on, I would definitely be running for another office this year. But I know one thing that I learned through Toastmasters is not taking on more than you can chew. And I know that once I'm familiar with this teaching thing, I'm going to come back and go on get another role. But I've really enjoyed everything about just being in membership, learning new things, and actually appreciating what I've done so far. Like the president, Madam President said something to me a couple months ago. She probably don't even know, but she was like, finish your path and then wait a little while and start your next one. And I'm a go getter all day, but I'm glad I didn't just jump into it like I started because I would probably be overwhelmed. So I just thank you, Madam President, and whatever role you're going to take, I'm 100% supporting you.
Are we coming off speech, like off the mic and just saying goodbye? Is that what we're doing now?
I'm not saying goodbye. I'm going to still be here. I'm just not taking on a role.
No, I meant like, listen, I was in education this year, and man, it's been so much challenges, but also just push you to be a better person, a better public speaker. I thank you, Madam President, for everything that you have done, conversations, pushing individuals, pushing me. You have done an amazing job. And I remember you were like, no, 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 no. And look at you now. You got books. I'm sorry, I'll kind of grammar and do not put that in. You have several books that you're in. You had several speaking engagements. You even left opportunities for other individuals to grow when you had to go in engagements. And if you can do that and come back and the meeting's still flowing, you're doing everything right. So I'm going to pause. It's not my time to say anything. I just want to say thank you, Natasha. Amazing job. And you keep on doing what you're doing. Whatever role you pick, like Tria said, yeah.
Y'all not gonna make me cry yet. No. I am going to say thank you. I love you all. Like if I could break my heart into pieces, like and tell you all where your name was, I would. Okay, but we don't got time for that today. Maybe later. But I truly appreciate it, and it is a team effort, and I know that it's going to continue to be one. Right, and I'm so excited to get this started because that's what we're getting ready to find out who the next team will be. And to get us started with that is none other than Toastmaster Brian.
Absolutely. MSU Toastmasters in the building. What's going on? Super excited, fellow Toastmasters, future Toastmasters. This is a very, very special evening, and I am always look forward. It's one of my favorite times of year because elections represents new growth, new leadership opportunity, and just a new spirit of excellence that are coming in. And I love how you all we have a culture here at Morgan State University. Toastmasters are paying so much reverence to the people that came before us. And it really sets up a great foundation for what's coming. And so it is election time. And so we are going to kick this process off. First, I'll just give some general guidelines and explain how the election process will work. And it should flow pretty smoothly. We have done elections virtually before, and I think this is, we've gotten pretty good at it. So it should be pretty painless. But in general, as you know, we have 7 amazing officer roles that need to be filled. And this is just the way Toastmasters is. This is a leadership and a communication organization. And so the people that you just heard from, you see us giving our flowers to our current leaders. That's because it takes a little bit of courage. Just like it takes courage to get up and do your icebreaker or deliver your speech or raise your hand for a table topics role or a new role like evaluator that you've never done before. It takes role to say that it takes courage to say you're going to commit to a role for an entire year. And I think part of the beauty of Toastmasters is that Toastmasters recognizes that, I don't know if you've ever had a boss or a manager or you had coworkers and just felt like they've been in that role forever. Like you've been in this role since the 80s. Like, how are you still doing the same thing? Like you were the manager here, your manager. So I think part of what Toastmasters realizes that people need to, in order for people to grow, they need to stretch. And part of stretching isn't just what you're comfortable with, it's stretching outside of your comfort zone. And so we believe that everything that you really, all great growth occurs right outside your comfort zone. So I do want to commend the current officers, and I'm looking forward to our next slate of officers. So the way the elections will work, number one, some general ground rules. One, everybody's welcome to, stay at this portion. We're obviously live streaming this to YouTube, so whoever is watching us online as well, hello. In order to participate in the election process, which means both running for an existing role as well as and to be nominated as well as to vote in this process, you must be a member in good standing. That means that you have signed up, and as of tonight, you are a member and you are a paid member. So that is super, super important. We are going to be conducting our elections through a Google form. Natasha is going to be running that in the background. And so as we vote for each role, which we will do one at a time, all members in good standing will have an opportunity to vote on each of the individuals that are running. As I mentioned, we have 7 officer roles that we need to fill. And so we will actually start with the position of president and actually work our way down systematically through each role that we need to fill. And so that will be president. I got like 6 screens over here. So that'll be president, vice president of education, VP of membership, VP of public relations, treasurer, secretary, and sergeant at arms. Now, here's the cool part. If you are a member in good standing and maybe you came to this meeting today and you were not necessarily planning to run for a specific position, but the spirit moved you, like you got caught, like something touched you while you were sitting here. The great part about it is that you can make a decision. You can throw your hat in the ring and you can decide to run for one of these positions. Now, I do have a list of the individuals that we think have been officially nominated, but anybody can run for any of these positions, including president, all the way down the ballot. And the reason that we do it in this order is so that if you start and you want to, let's say, run for president or run for vice president of education, and let's say you lose, then you still have an opportunity to run for any other office. And so you don't have to pick one or the other. Now, if you get elected to one, you of course can't run for the other, but that is the way that it goes. Nominations. When we get to the portion where we call for nominations, I will ask for nominations twice. I will say, do we have any additional nominations from the floor? Where's the floor? The floor is you all. Y'all on the floor, So essentially, if you would like to nominate another person, like I could say, I want to nominate Crystal York, which I might do. So get ready, Crystal. But I might say, I want to nominate Crystal York. Now, Crystal has the ability to accept or decline the nomination. She doesn't have to accept it. You can also nominate yourself, okay? Once we ask for nominations, I'll ask for it twice. If we have no additional nominations, we will close nominations. Once I say the nomination is closed, no additional people can be added to the ballot. At that point, Natasha will go ahead and drop the link that we will be using. It is a very simple Google form. It literally is 2 fields. One field is for your name, and then the other is a radio button to vote for one of the candidates. You can only select one candidate, so you can't go like, oh, I like this person and this person. Like, pick one. How many people we picking? 1. What do you have to do to vote? Be a member in good standing. All right. So once you select your ballot, it should literally take 15 seconds. Once you select your ballot, make sure that you click the send button. I believe, does the button say send, Natasha, or enter, or
submit, maybe?
Yeah, just take a look and verify what the button says. Make sure that you click that button, because if you don't click it, then your response won't be counted. Go ahead, Natasha. Submit. So make sure you click submit, and make sure you see that it goes to the screen that says, hey, it's been submitted. Once it's submitted, it's good. So you'll have, I think we said a minute. You have 60 seconds. So Ms. Eva, if you're the timer, I will ask for your assistance on that to give us 1 minute on the clock. Perfect. You got your paper. So we only need the red light for this particular one. So once we get to 1 minute, hold the red ballot up. Thank you very much. Look for that. And then we will close elections for that particular role. Sarisa is our ballot counter. So she will be cross-verifying with Natasha that we have the right results and that there have been no errors or whatever. And then Natasha will actually share the screen to show you who won. So you can see it in real time, full transparency, game show style. And this may be more effective than the actual US elections. So we could be setting history here.
All right.
Before we get started, I will take any questions right now.
I have a question. This is
Rose.
Rose.
Hi.
Yes. So you said something about a ballot. How do we vote on this platform virtually?
It's literally a Google form. So actually,
okay.
Natasha, can you just show them real quick on screen share? Well, actually, yeah, never mind. No worry about it. It's a Google form. So if you have issues with the Google form, accessing it, seeing it, just let us know. Like we said, we have a minute to kind of get the responses in. Once you go through the president one, I don't think there'll be any issues at all, but it's literally the most basic Google form. It's literally just going to have the name of the role, your name to enter in, and then the radio button based on who's running. And that the link to that is going to be in the chat once we do each role.
I have another quick question.
Sure.
So how do we nominate who we want to vote for?
We're gonna open that up. So once we get started, I'll say we'll go through the role, explain the role. I'll say the people who are actually nominated, and then I'll do a call for nominations. I'll do the call twice. So that's everybody's opportunity to either self-nominate or nominate another member that you think should be in the role.
And are we going to shout that out or put it in the chat? What's the best way to do that?
Excellent question. You can either do y'all use the hand raise feature in here?
Yeah, they can raise a hand, do a reaction, and type it in the chat.
Yeah, I'm good with it. I think for the purpose of, I will verbally verify all the nominations that we receive, but you could put it into the chat, or you can just simply unmute yourself. But we can capture it either way. Cool. Shauna, you are the secretary, yes? Yeah. So what we want to, basically we just need you, once we finish the election for each person, just capture the winner for each, because it'll be part of your responsibility to add the members to the website, to Club Central, once we're done.
Okay, got it.
I think that's it. All right. We campaigning already. Cool.
Let's get this party started.
All right, let's go. All right. Woo! I wish I had some like dramatic music like from whatchamacallit. All right. So obviously we are starting with the role of president, and I shall read a little bit about what that entails, and we can get rolling. All right. So the office of the president, as you know, your current president, who did an amazing job. So thank you, Madam President. The president is the person who sets the tone for the club. As the club president, you'll be expected to provide helpful, supportive leadership for all club's activities. You are the person who will motivate, make peace, and facilitate as required. And trust me, it will be required. Through this, you must occasionally sometimes step in and make difficult decisions. Rarely do so without consulting your club members as well as other club officers. You strive to show respect for all members, even when you may not necessarily agree with them, and provide leadership with all. You're also responsible for staying current on all new developments within Toastmasters International, as well as any announcements published to the Toastmasters website. And that is, trust me, a very high level summary. So this is like the CEO of our club. Now, we have received nominations for the following individuals. Mr. Robert Tyree has been nominated for the office of president. and Miss Shauna Stepp Jones. Shauna Stepp Jones and Robert Tyree. Are there any additional nominations from the floor for the office of president? Going once. Are there any additional nominations for the office of president? Going twice. All right. Nominations for the office of president are now closed. So we have two candidates on the ballot, Mr. Robert and Miss Shauna. Can we go ahead at the direction of Natasha? She will place the link into the chat. Once the link is there, Ms. Eva, just go ahead and give us a minute on the clock. The link is there now. So please go ahead and cast your ballots at this time. If you have a technical issue, please put it in the chat or let us know. 1 minute on the clock, please. Actually, sorry, I missed a step. Sorry. Okay. Because we have two, thank you. Because we have two candidates, each candidate has the option of making short remarks. I believe we're doing 1 minute. Is that right, Sarisa, for each person? Okay, so 1 minute remarks. And so this is normally in alphabetical order by last name. So Shawana, you get an opportunity to speak first, and then Tyree, you get an opportunity to speak second. So Shauna, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah. So as soon as you start, Ms. Eva, just give each candidate 1 minute, and we could go from there. Yeah, so yeah, it was, I think with each one, yeah. Like if we have one or more, we got to give them a chance to do it. Okay, cool. Floor is yours. Sorry, go ahead.
Greetings, Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Thank you for the nomination. Thanks for seeing the leader in me to lead this organization. However, I want to respectfully decline the nomination for president. Thank you.
All right. Well, there you go. So Robert, do you still have any remarks that you would like to add?
I don't know. Nope. I just want to say thank you. No. Yeah, I don't.
You don't have to. Okay. All right. So let the voting. So, and I guess the next one will be smooth, I promise. So Natasha, with the form that's there now, can you, essentially it won't really matter because we've already removed it. So in this particular case, seeing that there are no additional nominees, Mr. Robert Tyree, congratulations. I give you your 2021-2022 President of MSU Toastmasters, Mr. Robert Tyree. Woo! Woo!
Thank you, guys.
We'll be expecting that victory speech at some point.
It's coming.
Get ready. All right, so that was pretty good. Now, keep in mind that these elections we obviously still have one meeting left, I believe, before the end of the Toastmasters year. So their official year will begin on July 1st. So it doesn't take place effective immediately. So, and there'll be some transition time in between that, but congratulations. All right, so let's move on to Vice President of Education. Vice President of Education. So Vice President Education, as a Vice President Education, you would be responsible for scheduling member speeches and projects and serve as a resource for questions about education awards, speech contests, and the mentor program. You're also an important source of Toastmasters knowledge for club members, and it is your job to become familiar with all aspects of the Toastmasters educational program. So I have 3 submitted nominees for the office of Vice President Education. That is Ms. Natasha Brown. I have Angela Hamlin and Mr. Robert Tyree. Of course, Robert Tyree is ineligible to run as he is just reelected. So we are left with Natasha Brown and Angela Hammond. Is Angela here?
I am.
Hi, Angela. Do you accept
Hello.
the nomination for the office?
I respectfully decline the nomination.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much. So Natasha, we are left with you. Do you accept the nomination?
I do accept the nomination.
Okay. Now, are there any additional nominations from the floor?
Yes, I put it in the chat.
Okay, thank you. So I'm seeing Dr. Reeves. So Dr. Kimberly Reeves. Yes, Dr.
No.
Kimberly Reeves has been nominated. Do you accept the
I
nomination?
will definitely respectfully decline. No, thank you.
This is gonna be a fun
I am
night.
too busy.
Okay,
No,
no
thank
problem. No problem.
Thank
But
you,
the vote,
Rose, for the nomination. Thank you very much.
I like the vote of confidence in your members. This is good. So going once, going twice. Any additional nominations for the floor for the office of Vice President Education? Okay, seeing none, the nominations are now closed. And since we only have one candidate, I'm going to ask the Secretary to cast a single ballot. Congratulations to Miss Natasha Brown as your brand new Vice President of Education, MSU Toastmasters 2021-2022. Congratulations. Woohoo! We are rolling right along. It's going to be a good year. I feel it. I feel it in my spirit, Roberta. I feel it. Okay. Vice President Membership. Vice President of Membership. Let's learn a little bit about it. Vice President of Membership, you would be responsible for promoting the club and managing the process of bringing in guests and transforming them into members by initiating contact with guests, making them feel welcome, as well as providing them with the information they need to join. You maintain a constant influx of new people into the club. You are also attentively, I don't know what that word is, but you also monitor membership levels and strategize with the rest of the executive committee about how to overcome membership challenges as they occur. So for the office of Vice President of Membership, we have put forth nominations for Trivia Payne, Rose, I should know your last name by now. We have Rose, we have Eva Colbert, Angela Hamlin, and Natasha Brown. Natasha is not eligible since she was just elected for VP of Education. So that leaves us with Trivia, Rose, Miss Eva, and Angela. So I'll go to Trivia first. Trivia, do you accept the nomination?
I respectfully decline.
All right, no problem. Rose, do you accept your nomination?
I respectfully decline.
No problem. Ms. Eva, do you accept your nomination? Ms. Eva?
Yes. Can you put mine on hold until someone takes that treasurer?
Yeah, just
Just to make it easier, I respectfully decline.
Okay.
I'm Angela Hamlin, so if that makes it easier.
No, it doesn't make it easy.
So let's do this. Let's see what we got. So I will now open nominations from the floor. Are there any additional nominations for the office of Vice President of Membership? Going to the chat, I see Rose has nominated Joseph. Is Joseph here?
Yes.
Where is he?
Here. And
oh yes, I see you. Okay, Joseph, do you accept the nomination?
I respectfully decline.
Okay.
I
And
nominated Tabitha.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
I
I
nominate Tabitha.
nominated Tabitha. She is excellent with this.
Yes, I
I
see
third
the
that
nomination for Tabitha. I hear a second. Tabitha, is she
Second
here?
that.
Where's Tabitha?
Tabitha is not Smurfette. It's me.
Okay, got you. I was like, I definitely don't see. Okay, Tabitha, do you accept the nomination?
I kind of do, but Joe, I thought you would be good for it too. So I guess, but I thought you would be good. That's all I'm going to say.
Tabitha, you have 4 nominations right now. So a lot
What
of
are
people.
they? What are they?
Well, I'm just saying the people: Kimberly, Natasha,
Oh.
Tyree, Trivia, Joseph. So you have 5 people that have nominated you. So it seems like you have a lot of confidence, a lot of people that want to see you in the role.
I'll do it.
Okay, that sounds good. So nominations are now closed. And since we don't have any other candidates for the role, I will ask the secretary to cast a single ballot. Congratulations, Miss Tabitha. You are our new Vice President of Membership for MSU Toastmasters 2021-2022. By the way, yeah, I like that. Hey. By the way, this role comes with an entire year of training as well as resources. So July through August is the club training period. And so all of you have access to club officer training sponsored by the district. And then you also go do training in the winter too. So it's not like, go do it. You have lots of resources and you have an amazing team to look back on of people who can guide you along the way. As Saritza mentioned, you'll have support in your roles, so you will not be alone. I 100% echo that. Okay, let's move this train along. We are going to Vice President of Public Relations. I know a role that I know very, very well, and is personally my favorite because, I mean, who don't want to, how easy is it to talk about MSU Toastmasters? But as VP of Public Relations, your role is to promote the club to local community and notify the media, yes, even the media, about our club's existence and the benefits that it provides. You will be responsible for promoting the club, updating the website, any content, as well as safeguarding the Toastmasters brand identity. It will be your job to notify the media whenever your club does something newsworthy. And let's be honest, we do something newsworthy every single Monday night. As Vice President of Public Relations, you will find yourself writing news releases, creating and distributing flyers, maintaining the club's presence at various key places on the web, which includes social media, as well as staying current on new developments in public relations from Toastmasters International. So for the Office of Vice President of Public Relations, I have nominations of Rose, who I believe is the current Vice President of Public Relations, as well as Olio Samuels, who I don't believe is here. So Rose, I'll start with you. Do you accept the nomination to continue your role as Vice President of Public Relations? You're muted.
I respectfully decline.
Okay, no problem at all. And then Olio Samuels is not here. So we cannot confirm his nomination or not, but he could still remain on the ballot. He just won't have an opportunity to speak. Are there any additional nominations from the floor? I'm looking over to the comments. So I'm seeing first nomination from Rose is for Crystal York. Second nomination from Natasha for Crystal York. Third nomination from Robert, Crystal York. And fourth nomination from Trivia, Crystal York. Crystal, are you there?
So I am here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm in another meeting as well, but yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Crystal, hello. Do you accept the nomination for the Office of Vice President of Public Relations?
I guess.
Okay. Well, congratulations. Well, shortly. So the nominations are closed, and I will ask the secretary to cast a single ballot for Crystal York for the Office of Vice President of Public Relations, MSU Toastmasters 2021-22. Congratulations.
Wait, so are we putting Olio on the ballot or no? Because he can't confirm.
Oh, thank you. So, who did? Is anyone here nominated Olio? Okay.
I did, but I think if the person's not here, I think we have to move forward.
Right. Okay.
All right. Well, yeah, that's fine. We just want to keep it consistent then.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, yes, Crystal, congratulations. All right. Moving on to treasurer. Hang on one second. Nope, just kidding. Moving on to secretary. Moving on to secretary. So, the secretary role, as secretary, you will maintain all club records, maintain club files, handle correspondence, and take the minutes at each club and executive committee meetings. You will also be in charge for updating and distributing a roster of current paid members and keeping the club officer list current at world headquarters. Though some clubs combine the secretary role with the treasurer, it is best to have a dedicated secretary who can help reduce the workload of the treasurer and occasionally assist the vice president of education as needed. So we are voting for secretary. And so for that role, I have nominations for our current secretary, which is Shauna Step Jones. I have Angela Hamlin. I have Sarisa Pleasant, and I have Tabitha. So I'll go in order. Shauna, do you accept the nomination for you to continue in this role?
Unfortunately, I have to respectfully decline.
No problem at all. Going to my next person, which would be Angela. Do you accept the nomination for this role?
I respectfully decline.
Okay, no
Thank
problem.
you.
No problem. Sarisa, do you accept the nomination for this role? I'm like reading your like facial language. Go ahead. Unmute.
Well, I respectfully decline, but I am willing to train whoever is able to step in this role. I'm able to train.
Oh, sir. Yep. Perfect. No problem. And last but not least, Tabitha, who has already been elected to a role. So you are ineligible for this. So I will now call for nominations from the floor. Again, secretary is a very important position. As you just heard, it is very much needed, and you can definitely grow a lot in the role. Do we have any additional nominations for secretary? Okay, I'm seeing a few come up. Ms. Eva has nominated Angela, who already has declined, I believe. I'm seeing nomination from Shauna for John Gilmore. Is John Gilmore? John, you are here. John, how are you?
I am great. I would like to decline that one.
Okay, no problem, sir. Okay, moving on, keeping the order. Natasha has nominated Trivia. Trivia, do you accept your nomination?
I respectfully decline.
Okay, no problem. Ms. Eva has nominated Rose. Rose, do you accept the nomination?
I respectfully decline.
Okay. Rose, you have nominated while you're off of mute both John, who's already declined, as well as Ryan. Mr. Ryan Dunstan. Ryan, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey.
But I respectfully decline.
Okay. Okay. Trivia, I understand that you are willing to reconsider your nomination.
Only because it's a good team of people that I've already worked with and I know I'll have the support. So yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, it is like I'm thinking about jumping in this, but y'all, this is going to be a squad. But yes, trivia. Okay, so trivia has accepted her nomination. Not seeing any others, so nominations are now closed. Since we don't have any other candidates, Secretary, I ask you to put in a single ballot for Miss Trivia Payne. Congratulations, your new secretary, MSU Toastmasters 2021-2022. And yes, it is an amazing team. You be well taken care of. On my screen, Sarisa is the box right next to you, and she says she's willing to develop the secretary. So you got one of the best leaders out here in these Toastmaster streets ready to help you. So I think you would be good. Also, secretary is one of those roles that we can't have a club without. Like it's like according to the bylaws, we literally can't exist without a secretary. It's that important. Okay. So moving on. We almost done, y'all. This is fun. We are moving on to treasurer. So as treasurer, as you could probably imagine, you are the club's accountant. So if you owe money to anybody in this room, you are not eligible for this role. Just kidding. But not really. If you are going to be managing the club's bank account, that means you will be writing checks as approved by the executive committee, as well as depositing dues and other club revenues as needed. You will be in charge of submitting your membership renewal dues to Toastmasters World Headquarters, accompanied by the names of the renewing members, filing necessary tax documents, as well as keeping timely, accurate, and up-to-date financial records for the club. Though the treasurer's duties are usually not the most demanding of all the club leadership positions, the consequences for members can be serious when they are not completed accurately and on time. And so this is the treasurer. Again, another very important role. It is something that we have many successful past treasurers here to support you, including Miss Eva, who, despite her threats, has never embezzled money for Red Bottoms in numerous opportunities. And so it is a very important role, and looking forward to it. So we have submitted for nomination Miss Eva Colbert, Robert Tyree, who is no longer eligible to run, Olio Samuels, who is not here, Rose has been nominated, as well as Tabitha. So I'll start with you, Miss Eva. Do you accept the nomination for this role?
Can you come back to me after the others?
Sure, no problem. Robert is ineligible. Olio's not here. Rose, do you accept the nomination for this role?
I respectfully decline. I put somebody in the chat.
No problem. We'll get to those.
Yeah, I respectfully decline.
No problem. We'll get to the nominations in a moment. Tabitha is already submitted. Okay, cool. So let's get to the nominations. I'll now take nominations from the floor. Okay, so Rose has nominated Shauna. Shauna, do you accept the nomination for treasurer? You're muted.
Sorry.
No problem.
I respectfully decline.
Okay. Are you sure? You've been nominated twice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
No problem. No problem. All right. Now, Shauna, you've nominated Joseph. Actually, you've been nominated 3 times, Shauna. But Shauna, you nominated Joseph. Joseph, do you accept the nomination? You've been nominated twice. You must be very responsible and trustworthy.
So I like to think I am. I have surgery coming up in 2 weeks on my foot, and I'm going to be not quite well for 6 weeks, and then I can do the job after I recover from surgery, which will be 4 to 6 weeks. So if I'm being recommended, I would have loved to see Shauna do this job because she just looks so responsible. But since she declined, I would not take myself out of the nominations because I love this club so much, and I want to be. But you have to teach me how to do the job, because I've never done something like that before.
Yeah, Ms. Eva will be an excellent mentor for you. And on my screen, she's right next to you. So this is all working out really well. In addition to that, I will say that we appreciate the transparency. Transparency is something that we really, really value in somebody that's responsible for money and accounting. So that is good. So with that, I don't see any additional nominations. So I will close nominations at this point and ask the secretary to cast a single ballot for. I'm sorry.
Sergeant at Arms. Did we do that one?
I'm sorry.
Sergeant at Arms.
We about to. We gotta close this one out, and then we're going to go to Sergeant at Arms.
But no, hold on. I nominated Miss Rosa. Mama Red Bottoms again.
I'm sorry. For who's speaking?
This is Dr. Reeds. I nominated Mama Red Bottoms again.
For which role?
For treasurer.
She declined.
Oh, she did? Okay. Sorry.
Respectfully, but I will help you, Joseph, until you get the rate.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
I'm gonna give somebody else a chance. I didn't get my red bottoms, so I'm gonna press on and pass it to someone else. Okay. But I'm right there in the background, honey.
I guess I'm Mr. Red Bottoms.
And that's the way that is really the way this should be. Like, you want to have people who know multiple roles, and this is the indicative of a strong, healthy club. When you have people that are doing the same roles over and over and over again, it tends to burn people out, and that's not good. So I love the fact that we have all new officers almost. So yes, Madam Secretary, please cast a single ballot for Mr. Joseph as your 2021-2022 treasurer for MSU Toastmasters. And last but not least, we are going right into Sergeant at Arms. So obviously this role is modified a little bit as we continue with our virtual meetings. However, as Sergeant at Arms, should we resume in-person meetings, please keep in mind that one of your responsibilities is to keep track of all the club's physical property. That includes our banner, lectern, timing device, and other meeting materials. You should be a person who is generally very punctual. You want to be able to arrive early to prepare the meeting for our members and guests, and you stay a little bit later to make sure that all the club equipment is collected and accounted for. You're also in charge of the club meeting place itself, which again, is pretty easy right now because we're meeting virtually, but also responsible for obtaining a new space when necessary, and as well as maintaining contact with people who allow us to use the space for club meetings. Very, very important. I know Ms. Eva was pretty instrumental in this. But you know, Miss Eva, I know that you are moved on to bigger and better things in life. So, you know, this will be a challenge that the next Sergeant at Arms will have to take on, potentially, is finding and securing meeting space for us moving forward. In addition to that, Sergeant at Arms escorts potential new members outside the club's meeting place while members are voting on club issues, and they stand at the door while contestants compete in speech contests to ensure that the club speaker is not interrupted by latecomers, and charged with overall club safety and decorum. So I have Mr. Dominique Staton as nominated, Shauna Stepp Jones, Mr. Robert Tyree, who is no longer eligible to run, as well as Mr. John Gilmore. So I'll start with Dominique. Is he still here? I don't think Dominique is. Oh, yes, he is. Dom, there you are. What's up, bro? How are you?
What's up, man? I'm doing good.
Good.
Yes, I'm here.
Yep. Do you accept the nomination for this role?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So we have accepted nomination from Dominique. Shauna, do you accept the nomination?
I humbly accept the nomination.
All right. Mr. John Gilmore, do you accept the nomination?
I accept.
All right. So we have 3 acceptances. So we have Mr. Dominique, we have Shauna, and we have John. Are there any additional nominations from the floor? And I'm seeing some things in the comments, so I just want to make sure that. Rose, were you nominating Olio for this?
Yes, but I understand we have people in the meeting.
Oh, you muted yourself. Can you say it again?
With the people that are here.
Yeah, yep, no problem. Because he's not here to accept the nomination. John, you're running. Are you nominating Ryan for the role as well?
Yes.
Okay. Ryan, do you accept the nomination?
No, I respectfully decline.
All right. This is the most fascinating election I've ever been in my life. All right, so y'all we have 3, and let me make sure I get this right, Natasha. So we have 3 candidates that are running. So we have Mr. Dominique Staton, we have Shauna, and we have John. And nominations are closed. So those are the 3 individuals that go on the ballot. You have up to 1 minute to yeah, I agree with that. We have up to 1 minute to deliver remarks, and we'll go in alphabetical order. So that means Mr. Gilmore, you would be first, followed by Dominique, and then Shauna. So, John, whenever you're ready, the floor is yours. You'll have 1 minute. And please refrain from voting until all candidates have delivered their remarks.
For those who nominated me, thank you. I think I will do my best to make sure that everything goes well, and I will work on my punctuation so that everything goes well. I'm honored to be a part of Toastmasters, and I look forward to working with you all in any capacity.
All right. Thank you, John. Thank you so much. So may we hear from the next candidate, please?
Hello, yes, I just want to say thank you all for the nominations, but I do believe that Shauna will make a better Sergeant at Arms because she's more wonderful looking than I am. So that's my speech. Thank you all.
All right. So, Shauna, would you care to go next?
Thank you all for the nomination. I believe that this would be a great opportunity for me to share my love and light to you all and really show how much of an altruistic person I am. And I'm hoping that I will become the new Sergeant at Arms. Thank you.
All right, you are welcome. So at this point, we will open up the forum for elections. Ms. Eva, please give us 1 minute on the clock, and you may cast your vote at this time. All right, 1 minute has passed. Thank you very much. The polls are now closed. Natasha and Sarisa, once you've had an opportunity to validate the results, please let us know, and then you can share your screen to give us the official count.
All right, we're gonna just hop in the breakout room real quick,
Sure, no problem.
about 30 seconds.
Yep, no problem. While they're doing that, Dom, I definitely think that that's a good move, given some other folks an opportunity to step up for leadership. So that's awesome. And I just want to say, for all the folks that are stepping into new leadership roles, Tabitha, like people that are not just serving new roles, but also serving a role for the first time. Kudos, like it's a good thing. Like you all, like I've served in maybe like 8 different officer roles. I've been president twice. Every time you go into a new role, you get something out of it personally and professionally. So it's going to be a really, really great year. Natasha, welcome back. Sarisa, welcome back. You have some
So
results
happy
for
to
us?
do this. I'm so happy to do this. We haven't had a chance to do this all night. Y'all ready? Somebody give me a drum roll. Come on, dude. Let me hear that drum roll. No? There we go. There we go. And our new sergeant at arms is Miss Shauna Steph Jones, 87.5%.
Awesome, awesome. So, Shauna, please cast a ballot for yourself, and we will go ahead and get that entered in. And one person did vote for you, Dom, anyway, so that shows how popular and how much you'll be missed as Sergeant at Arms. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, that concludes our election process. Again, club officer is a very important but also fun and exciting role that I hope everyone fully embraces. And if you're not serving as an officer, please keep in mind that every single one of these individuals who are stepping up are going to need your support. There's still a lot of work that goes into making this club run, as you can see. So regardless of whatever role that you go into this year, you are still a MSU Toastmaster, and we're looking forward to having an opportunity to there's so many ways that you can continue to stretch outside of your comfort zone. And so it's been my pleasure to support in this process. And I wish every single one of our current and future leaders best of luck and support. So thank you very much. I will turn it over. I think we're way over. So
Yes,
Tasha, go ahead.
Thank you so much. I'm in the chat trying to multitask. Thank you so much, Brian, for facilitating that for us. Thank you so much, everybody who voted, everybody who took on a new role. Can we just shout out? I'm gonna spotlight everybody. Wait, hold on. Not yet. And also, we do have a meeting, so if anyone wants to type, if they're interested in a role for the next meeting, that would be cool. Just real quick, I know that we are over time, so we will definitely send an email as well. But secretary and sergeant, be short with this because I want to get everybody. And if y'all can send a photo of you all. Yeah. That would be great. Congratulations, everyone. I just want to highlight for you all your new team. So we have your president, Mr. Robert Tyree. Everybody, we can come off mute. He can sit up, though. Sit up.
President, Mr. President.
There we go. Mr. President, Robert Tyree.
Okay, President.
Mr. President.
Mr. President.
Right. That's
Thank you, y'all. You want me to speak?
You have your Vice President of Education, Ms. Natasha Brown. Your Vice President of Membership, Miss Tabitha Anderson. All right. Our new VP of Public Relations, Miss Crystal York.
Woohoo, Krista. For me.
You gotta come on the camera, show. You gotta come on the camera. Spotlight real quick. Okay. Our secretary, Miss Trivia Payne.
Hey, Miss Trivia. Dr. Triv.
Oh yeah, Dr. Trivia Payne. Our sergeant at arms. Oh no, our treasurer, Mr. Joseph Oluyemi.
Yo, Joe.
Let's go.
Did it,
There you
Joe.
are.
Thank you.
There you are.
Yo,
Right. And last but not least, our sergeant at arms, the diva near Miss Shauna Step.
Yeah. Shot caller.
New leadership
Oh,
for 2022. Let me snap a shot, though. Wait a minute. Y'all ready? Wait, Crystal, where you at?
Look at Shauna posing.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Get it.
Crystal.
Let me know when you're ready.
Hold on. I'm almost ready.
Trivia.
All right. Hold on.
I'm trying to
Let's go
screenshot
back
that.
to just the spotlights.
Nah,
All right,
it's showing the spotlights.
all right, wait. That's not my mind. Okay, there we go.
There go trivia.
You're missing
All
Crystal.
right. On 3, 1.
Wait, hold on. Crystal is coming up.
Crystal, you coming?
I am. I think I'm on. Wait a minute. I thought.
Yes, girl. Yes, because I want it all.
You got a
Wait a minute.
spotlighter. You got a
Want it
spotlighter.
all. Where you at? Yes.
Do you see
Yes,
me?
no, I'm gonna cry. Okay.
I'm done.
Wait a minute. Rachel. Oh, all right. Now, okay. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Oh, yeah. All right. Congratulations, everyone. Don't forget to send me y'all photos. If y'all don't send me y'all photos, I'm gonna find some.
I need some, definitely.
Yes, that's all I have for this amazing evening. Thank you all for staying on with us until 9 o'clock, and we will see you all on next Monday.
No, are we taking roles for next week?
Yeah, so I yep. If they ready, if you want to, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, before we go, and it's my last time reigning as the secretary, I wanted to see if anyone is interested in fulfilling some roles for next week. Of course, we always need speakers, evaluators, the Toastmasters. Okay, Natasha will speak. Who wants to close out this fiscal year with a bang? We always need Toastmaster, table topics master, general evaluator. I'm thinking I might do the general evaluator. Or the Toastmaster, maybe the Toastmaster. I don't know. But either way, we will send out Toastmaster. Okay, Miss Eva, Toastmaster speaker. All right. Well, either way, it's been a long meeting. I'll come through with an email and see if anyone else wants to volunteer. And our meeting is adjourned.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Shauna.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I need all officers to sign up for this. I'm just kidding. All right. Have a great night, everyone.
Thank you, Madam.
Congratulations again.
Congratulations to all.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Oh, Trivia Fair speaker also, Shauna.
Trivia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. John, you see my message? This is the last one. Last one.
Yes,
Level.
I think I do have another one to do.
Yes, he
It's
does.
the last one.
You got it.
I'm in there.
All right, John is the third one. He said we getting President's Distinguished. And y'all all owe him dinner. All of y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and close this on down. Thank you, Miss Frawley. I hear you. Keep rocking out with us. Y'all have a great evening.
You too. Good night, everyone.